Hello everyone. We have started the chapter number 2, analysis of soap and detergent, in the previous two lectures, and we have seen the general scheme of analysis of soaps and the detergents, sampling, then volatile component estimation, then alcohol soluble components estimation, after that alcohol insoluble components, and then the according to their properties there is a separation of soaps and the detergents. So we have seen initially sampling of the soaps and detergents, and secondly the alcohol soluble components. In today's lecture we will see alcohol insoluble components. So see, this is the general scheme of analysis in which sampling is the first point, and there are four subpoints. First one is the volatile components, next one is alcohol soluble components, next one alcohol insoluble components, and last one there are few special tests are there. So we have seen the alcohol soluble component estimation in last lecture. In today's lecture we will see alcohol insoluble components estimation. So we will start with it. So alcohol insoluble materials and some definitions are there. So for estimation of alcohol insoluble materials, as we have seen in the first method, alcohol soluble materials, in which we have filtered the substance through Gooch crucible various times and we obtain a residue from this. So the residue from first point is taken here and place the filter paper on Gooch crucible which contains the residue from alcohol soluble matter. So alcohol soluble matter will come in filtrate and alcohol insoluble matter will be in the residue. So we have taken this time only residue and keep this Gooch crucible in the oven for 2 hours, and temperature is around 105 degree Celsius. Now after 2 hours cool this crucible in a desiccator and weigh accurately and find out the percentage of insoluble material by using formula. Percentage insoluble material is equal to A by B into 100. Here A is the gram of residue which we have obtained, B is the sample represented by alcohol, and 100 is the number. So from this we will find out the percentage of insoluble material. So this is the estimation of amount of insoluble material in alcohol. So I am repeating again the procedure. As we have seen, first procedure is alcohol soluble materials in the last lecture. From this we have performed a filtration number of times. So the alcohol soluble matter or the content will be in the filtrate and the alcohol insoluble matter will be in the residue. So take the residue containing Gooch crucible, keep this Gooch crucible in the oven for 2 hours. After 2 hours cool the crucible in the desiccator and weigh accurately, and from that we have to find out the percentage of the insoluble material, and it will be calculated by using formula. Percentage of insoluble material is equal to A by B into 100. Here A is the gram of residue and the B is the sample represented by alcohol. Now there are some terms and definitions which are very important in the analysis of the soaps and detergents. So first definition is the saponification number. So saponification number, it is a measure of alkalis present in fats and oils, and these are expressed as a number of milligram of KOH that present in 1 gram of the sample. So here we are finding or measuring the alkali present in the fats and oils, and it is expressed as in the milligram of KOH, which is present in the 1 gram of sample. So, milligram of KOH is equal to 1 gram of sample, and saponification number is calculated by using this equation. Saponification number is equal to, in bracket, B minus A, bracket complete, into capital N into 56.1 divided by W into S. Here A and B are, here A is the ml of acid which is required for titration of a back, that is the acid required for back titration. This is denoted by capital A, and capital B is the ml of acid which is required for blank titration, and capital N is the normality of the acid, W is the weight of sample in the gram, and this S is the fraction of non-volatile content in sample. Now, next definition is the iodine number. It is represented by ion and is a measure of unsaturation of fats and oil, and it is expressed as a number of centigram of iodine which is absorbed per gram of the sample. So, simply iodine number or IN, it is a measure of unsaturation of fats and the oils, and it will be expressed in the number of centigrams. So, we will see the centigram means what? So, centigram of I2 is equal to 1 gram of sample. Therefore, centigram is equal to percentage divided by weight of I2 which is absorbed. So, when iodine number of oil having conjugated substance which is determined, then result is not measured as a total unsaturation, but it is an empirical formula which gives or which indicates amount of unsaturation present. So, by using iodine number, we will find out the amount of unsaturation present in the compound. So, when iodine number of a oil which contains conjugation, there is, we will find a total saturation, and this formula is an empirical formula which gives an information about the number of sites of unsaturations or amount of unsaturation present in the fats and oils. And iodine number is given by this equation, B minus A into N into 12.69 divided by W into S. So, here again ml of sodium thiosulfate which is required for titration of back sample is denoted by capital A. Then ml of sodium thiosulfate required for blank titration is denoted by capital B, that is here, and N is the normality of sodium thiosulfate. Then W is the weight of sample which is taken in gram, and S is the fraction of non-volatile content in the sample. So, this is the formula of the iodine number. Above formula is of centigram, is equal to percentage divided by weight of iodine absorbed, but actual iodine number definition is here. Iodine number is equal to ml of thiosulfate required for blank titration minus ml of sodium thiosulfate required for back titration into normality of sodium thiosulfate into 12.69 divided by weight of the sample in gram into fraction of non-volatile content in the sample. So, this is the formula of iodine number. Now, we will see next definition, acid number. So, acid number of fatty acid fraction corresponds to the saponification number of oils from which fatty acids can be derived. The acid number of oil is defined as number of milligram of KOH which are required to neutralize acid which contains 1 gram of the sample. So, again I am saying definition of acid number. So, acid number of oil is defined as the number of milligrams of the KOH which is required for neutralization of acid content in the 1 gram of the sample, and acid number is equal to capital A into N into 56.1 divided by W into S. Here capital A is the ml of KOH or NaOH, that is potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide required for neutralization of the acid content in 1 gram of the sample. Capital N is the normality of alcohol, W is the weight of sample in gram, and S is the fraction of non-volatile content in the sample. Now we will see next definition, hydroxyl number. So, hydroxyl number of fatty acid is useful in detecting and determining the amount of the fatty acid and present in a sample. So, again we will see the hydroxyl number of a fatty acid is useful for detection and determination of the amount of fatty acid that is present in a sample, and it is defined as a number of milligrams of KOH equivalent to hydroxyl content of 1 gram of the fatty acids, approximately 172. So, number of milligram of KOH equivalents to hydroxyl content of 1 gram of fatty acids approximately is called as the hydroxyl number, and hydroxyl number is equal to, in a bracket, A plus BC divided by D. So, this is first bracket minus hydroxyl number is equal to, in bracket, A plus BC divided by D bracket complete minus capital E whole bracket is complete minus F and divided by capital B. So, here a formula is little bit complex. A is the ml of KOH which is useful for titration of the reagent or the useful for blank titration. Capital B is the gram of sample which is used for determination, and C is the ml of KOH which is required for titration or acid number, that is the back titration. Then D is the gram of sample which is useful for finding the acid number of a blank. Then capital E is the ml of KOH solution which is required, and capital F is the milligram of KOH, that is potassium hydroxide per ml of standard KOH solution. So, this is the overall definition of hydroxyl number. Again I will explain. Hydroxyl number of fatty acids is useful in detection and the determination of the amount of fatty acid which is present in a sample, and it is defined as the number of milligrams of KOH equivalents to hydroxyl content of 1 gram of fatty acids approximately is equal to 172, and hydroxyl number is equal to, in a bracket, A plus BC minus E minus F divided by capital B. Here A and B are the, A is the ml of KOH required for blank titration, C is the ml of KOH required for back titration, Capital B is the gram of sample which is useful for determination. D is the gram of sample used for acid number, that is a blank titration. E is the ml of KOH solution required, and F is the milligram of KOH for ml of standard KOH. So these are the four basic terms.